What have you got today?
Double maths.
Double maths.
Double free lesson, and then double English. What about you?
It's pretty much the same.
15-year-olds, Charlotte and Lewis, have been going out together for 2 years. They go to school in Newton Abbot, Devon, where they're studying for their GCSEs.
When I'm at school, I'm a typical teenager. I mess around with my friends, have a laugh, just, really stupid. Oh my God, I hate Craig!
Sophie!
Sophie! Get off! No, get off! But then I get out of school and then I go into, responsible mode. Jesus.
9 months ago, the teenagers' lives changed forever when they became parents to Kenzi-James.
Kenzi-James!
I'll go get some nappy sacks.
I always said that I wouldn't have kids until I had a career and I was with the right person and I was married and that kind of traditional stuff. I never really thought about, I can just get pregnant, really easily. I suppose it's not the way it always goes. Kenzie!
And it was scary when I first put him in the bath because I thought I was going to drop him.
It was a week after my 14th birthday that I got pregnant. So, it's a bit scary.
Yeah, it was a shock.
I was like, oh my God. And it was my first time as well, which made it even more difficult.
We were using contraception, but I think it split.
Obviously, I told Lewis. And then we went to a clinic and then they said that I had to tell my parents.
Birthday fingers.
How many people eating tonight, Dad?
Charlotte came in and said to me, Mum, I really need to talk to you. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, sweetheart. We'll do it later. And she came back and she went, no, Lewis and I really need to talk to you. And I went, okay, then.
Don't shout at me. She was like, what? And I was like, I'm pregnant. And she was just like, right. And she was like, can you just go get me a glass of wine? And that's all she said.
Shock. Wasn't it?
It was, oh my God, my little baby. And because she is petite, it is, how is she going to deal with this? And,
So I didn't even know they'd been sleeping together.
Well, no, either did I.
When Kenzie was born, Lewis moved into the family home, a small 3-bed house, to help care for his son.
And then we get up and then have a shower, do my hair and that. Get Kenzie's clothes sorted. Then he'll have a bottle. Then Lewis will go get ready.
Since you've had Kenzie, I've got up early, but I used to get up much later. Normally it was get out as late as possible, do my hair and then go out the door.
And he'll take him down to get him breakfast.
Kenzie.
But I'm still getting ready. Normally about an hour and 15 minutes. And I'm ready. Bye guys. See you later. About 8:30, he goes to Mum. And then we go to school.
Bye.
I finish school 3:25, and then sort of just take over from there. And the day I'm a kid, and then as soon as I get out and take Kenzie, then I'm a mum again. And then Mum doesn't do anything for us all night. She'll give Kenzie a cuddle, but we're his main carers.
Oh no!
He just puked in Dad's hair.
Charlotte becoming a mum at 14 had a big impact on the whole family.
That is why I don't ever do that with you.
Charlotte's 10-year-old sister, Shana, was bullied at school.
I know I was going to get bullied at school because they were so young by, some people in my class, but you just have to deal with it because at the end of the day, she's my sister, so I should support her. They just say stuff about Mum and Dad and the family, and about how being brought up from.
There was negative feedback, but you're always going to get that.
You know, we did say to them, you know, safe sex contraception is paramount importance.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrid. It's one of those tops that like gets really creased really easily. What, my cream one? Yeah.
But it's Charlotte's identical twin sister, Allanah, who's been affected the most.
Yeah, when she got pregnant, she didn't even tell me. She got my best friends to tell me. I was really upset. I don't think I was upset at the fact that she was pregnant. It was the fact that she couldn't tell me that, you know, after like 14 years of being like as close can be, that she couldn't even tell me like the biggest thing in her life. And yeah, that upset me. I didn't tell Allanah because I was scared that she was going to tell my mum. A lot of people found it quite hard to believe that I didn't tell her first, and my mum sort of like was really shocked about that.
Ali was really hurt, and she felt that she'd lost her sister, and I think to an extent she still feels like she's lost her sister, that there isn't the same closeness there that there was before.
Hello. Hello, gorgeous.
Charlotte returned to school 10 weeks after giving birth to Kenzi.
Who's that?
She fits in homework around her busy schedule as a mum.
In school, like my free lessons, spend doing my coursework, and then come home, do the rest of my coursework, and bath Kenzi, put him to bed.
Are you going to change his bum then?
I changed him in last test. It's your turn. Yeah, it's a juggle, but Lewis sort of has Kenzi a lot of the time, and Mum and Dad have him, and they need to do stuff. Still hard though.
You're not going to be up till 12 o'clock doing your coursework?
No, I don't have the energy to do that again. I want to do like a childcare course at sixth form, and I need 5 Cs to do it. So getting my grades is really important.
The family live in a small house
What's she do to you?
with 7 people and Reg the dog. It's a tight squeeze.
We've got 3 bedrooms, and the lounge is basically a bedroom. We've got Charlotte in one bedroom, me in one bedroom, Charlie and Kenzi in the other bedroom, Mum, Dad downstairs.
Having so many kids in the house, we get to sleep on the floor. This is our lounge. Come bedroom.
There's no privacy.
Come on, let's go and sit down. I can't stand up and do this with you.
Mum Leslie suffers from chronic arthritis and can't work. So the family survive on Dad's salary from his building firm.
What are you doing?
Financially, it's quite difficult at the moment. Kenzi. Yeah, ultimately, it's Mum and Dad that pay for a lot of things.
They bankrupt us. That's how they cope financially. The bank of Mum and Dad, literally. One of the reasons why you don't have children underage, because you can't afford to support them. And poor parents get stressed because they have to then support their kids and their grandchildren as well.
I feel quite guilty. But in like return, I do like try to do like quite a lot around the house to sort of help.
Would you like to then get some Frosties?
If I don't forget, so ready.
I get £30 pocket money a month.
I get £15 a week for myself. I think that's child benefit. And then my mum puts £25 in to give to Leslie.
Wait. Does he have enough bedtime bath?
I don't think so.
The young couple are keen to stand on their own 2 feet, but with £40 a month going on nappies alone, their money doesn't go far.
Ken's got some more toothpaste. You're really expensive, aren't you? Like, I think we'd like to be more like sort of manageable with our money as well.
Yeah.
Can you buy stuff when we need it?
No.
Definitely need more money at the moment.
Yeah.
And like money to like put away and to, like save up for like a car and whatever else, and like eventually our own place.
Financially, things are tough, but in a few months, Lewis turns 16 and wants to find a permanent job. The The other strain on Charlotte is her relationship with her twin, Allanah, which hasn't improved since Kenzie was born.
Babies take up so much of your time. For such a little person, like Kenzie is so time consuming, like he constantly has to be occupied, and you've got to like do the bottles, like do the food. It's hard, and I think like trying to balance that out with a relationship and like trying to like please everyone around you, like it's not always possible. I think that's where sort of like it's kind of gone wrong between me and Allanah. I don't think twins can ever lose that connection that's there between you, because, you know, but I definitely feel it's faded away.
Yeah, they were ever so close when they were little. They just had a great bond and they looked out for each other. They used to sleep together. Pat and I was the only mum that had ever asked for twins to be kept in the same cot in the hospital together. And then when they went into the first proper bed, they topped and tailed. They were really, really close. Well, yes, they did. I mean, they did grow apart when Charlotte actually got pregnant with Kenzie. They literally went from having the same group of friends and going out and doing the same things to suddenly having completely different friends, and this rift, there was just a split down the middle and they became two different people.
The responsibility of Kenzie has forced Charlie to grow up fast. But in the eyes of the law, both her and Lewis are still children.
Yeah, with being under 16, can't take him swimming. We tried to open a bank account for him. We can't do that. I've got to get my mum to do that for me.
You don't have like a house and you can't drive, so you can't get around.
Technically, I'm not allowed to sign for his prescriptions, and with the like child bonds that the government give out, I'm not allowed that until I'm 16. I don't have a clue about where it is or anything.
All babies born in the UK receive a £250 child bond from the government. But because Charlotte's under 16, she's not allowed to claim it.
Can you phone these people?
Yes.
I don't want to phone them.
No, you can phone them.
I'm not speaking to them.
She's asked her mum to call the council to find out where it is.
Yes, is that my daughter's actually under 16.
I do feel quite discriminated against, and people don't talk to me like I'm his parent and speak to like my mum or like whoever's with me at the time. They just don't take my point of views into consideration.
No, my daughter has parental responsibility.
Hello?
Most adults automatically presume that, you know, if I'm with Charlotte and we've got a baby, then it's my baby.
All right then. Now can I speak to your mother again? Thank you, and whatever.
Thank you,
See you
bye-bye.
time I speak.
Right. What they're going to do is they are going to open Kenzie's child bond. When you are 16, you can then apply for it and then you can move it. There's a list of so many people that you can actually put it with.
Up until the point where like me and Lewis both have jobs, we need as much money as we can if you want to save up for like a house. Like a deposit for a house.
You mean you're leaving me? Yes. So yeah.
In Devon, 1 in 20 new mums are teenagers. Having Kenzie has opened up a whole new social circle for Charlie.
My great nan, and she was like really good with it. My mum was on the phone to her and she was like, she phoned her back and she was like, I've had my morning sherry now. Did you just tell me that Charlotte's pregnant? That's actually what she said.
Every Thursday, she attends a popular young parents group where she's doing an MVQ in childcare.
Being pregnant is like becoming a bit of like a fashion accessory, because like a lot of girls down here are pregnant and they see them, because I think more guys are staying with their girlfriends. They're like, oh, if I get pregnant, my boyfriend will stay with me. But obviously it doesn't work like that. Emma was like one of the first girls school to get pregnant, but there was like a girl that was like 2 years above us that was pregnant.
Yeah, but she left though, didn't she, Emma?
Whereas I like stayed at school, so everyone thought that I was like the first person really.
Technically, you was the first to have stayed in school.
I think that's why I think that's why like everyone made such a big deal out of it, because everyone else just like shadowed away, and I was like, I'm not gonna let my education get in the way.
Yes, thank you.
My school.
Start from the beginning.
Right.
Who have been pregnant, even if they've had an abortion, and who've had babies?
Girl in year 10.
Tash? Emma? Do you need some more
Like that. There are like 7 in school which have had babies or are having babies.
How many's had abortions?
5, which I know of.
And then there's more that you don't know of.
And then there's girls that have like miscarried as well.
Oh no.
13, 14 in our school.
And one of those girls is Charlie's identical twin, Allanah, who is now 29 weeks pregnant.
I was devastated when Annie said she was pregnant. I was absolutely bowled over. I was so shocked, it was unreal. I really did think I was going to faint.
She'd been with her 15-year-old boyfriend Corey for 3 months when she fell pregnant. Corey has decided not to take part in this film.
I cried because obviously Charlie's had Kenzi in the February and this was only in the July. And my mum and dad had like put a lot of trust in me and Corey to kind of like be responsible, I think. I knew they were going to be so disappointed in me.
I hope she would have been more sensible when it came to having sex.
Yes.
I was on the pill, but I don't really think it was working for me, to be honest.
Was it an accident?
You see,
Or was it a cry for attention?
maybe because I do deep down believe that I don't think it was an accident. Thinking that she's done it on purpose, I find even more difficult to come to terms with.
So far, her pregnancy hasn't brought her and her sister any closer.
I thought she was going to be really supportive and kind of everything, but she wasn't. She just called me quite a few names, and she just told me that I was making a massive mistake, and basically told me that I should probably have an abortion, which she really had no right to say to me, considering that she chose to keep Kenzi. And I just shouted at her and told her that she was stupid, and I think she was really surprised by that, because she was like, you've been through it, you know what it's like. But I don't think she knows quite how hard it is. She's seen the arguments, and she's heard Kenzi up at like 2 o'clock in the morning like screaming because of his teeth. And sort of with her exams and that, around the time that the baby's due, then she's going to have to go through that. And it's kind of a bit confusing as to why she'd want to do that. Fairly like me.
Are you bigger than what Charlotte was?
I think so. It was really big for like, considering the amount of weeks she was. I think I was at about 36 weeks.
Charlotte sailed for it. She didn't have any problems whatsoever. Whereas Ali, bless her, she seems to have been poorly. She's had like colds and just generally run down, and I think it's not such a straightforward pregnancy.
I was actually really full of energy right till the end. On my due date, I was watching Lewis play rugby. In the past few weeks of like my pregnancy, like my belly was like really expanded, like really suddenly, and it was like really like low down.
I've
Well,
never
in your
ever
old
seen
house.
that photo before. You look massive.
So that was quality, that one.
Oh god, I don't want to get that big. I think it'd kill me.
You look like a beach wear.
Recently, Ali's been told she may have to have a cesarean.
They don't want to give you a cesarean unless it's like absolute must. It's just if the baby doesn't move down, because the head's... Yeah, but it's not supposed to be like engaged at all. No, but they said it's like abnormally high at the moment. Yeah, but Kenzi's head was really high. Kenzi's head was like... Kenzi was completely breached. Everyone's different, aren't they? So... baby Billy.
Oh, hello. Glass of wine, please.
Ali's boyfriend will move into the family home as well, once the baby is born. Recently, the couple haven't been getting on.
My biggest concern for you is you and Corey.
Yeah. I mean, like, Charlie and Liz were together for a lot longer. Yeah. I mean, me and Corey never really used to fight that much before I got pregnant. And then I think it's just when you both of us kind of realising that, like, you know, this is really happening. And
He should be giving you more support now.
yeah. But I think he's quite scared in some respects.
He's bound to be scared.
Yeah, but you got like that. But he's not. Guys aren't very good.
He's bound to be scared, but he's not helping anybody by acting the way that
I've had
he
a
is.
lot more support than a lot of people. He's been great. He has been great. But
What, by saying what he did the other week?
can you just leave that out, please? I don't know.
Sorry, Ali, you want honesty?
Well, they had a big fight.
You're telling her things she doesn't want to hear.
Then she needs to wake up to it.
No, she doesn't need to wake up to it
does
at all.
need to wake
She does, because if that's where he's going to be, then she's better off without him.
Corey apparently turned around to Allanah and said that he didn't want the baby. He wanted Allanah, but he didn't want to have the baby. It's very difficult to watch your daughter sitting upstairs, crying her eyes out, or coming down here crying her eyes out because somebody's hurting her.
I know where Corey's coming from, like getting cold feet, but when it was me, I was there for the whole time sort of thing. I didn't get cold feet till the end sort of. So if he's getting it so early on, then it's a bit of a worry, yeah.
I think at the end
He's
of the
seen
day,
his bottom.
if he's here when the baby's born, it'll be alright.
I can't see him being here.
See you in a bit.
Lewis and Charlotte have their own problems. Money. Before Kenzie was born, Lewis had a part-time job at the butcher's, but left to help care for the baby. His old job's not available, so he's on the hunt for a new one.
Yeah, I can't go to Asda or Iceland or anything because you will have to be over 16. So I'm going to try find places for under 16s. There's not many though. I try in the country table first. Right, I was just wondering, do you have any jobs going at the moment? No, they're fully stuffed at the moment.
While he's at school, he's not allowed to work more than 12 hours a week. And being under 16, he's not entitled to the minimum wage, so his earning potential is limited.
Have you got any jobs or anything going at the moment?
Not at the moment, darling, no.
Even if he does manage to find one.
Not at the moment, but she took my details down. Do you have any jobs or anything going at the moment? Okay. Nope. It wasn't really a success. I haven't got a job. Gonna keep looking, see if anything else comes up, but there's not really much more I can do.
Over the last 2 weeks, things haven't improved between Allanah and her boyfriend.
Allanah and her boyfriend have split up, so that makes life very complicated. So it's just waiting to see what happens. It's just, you can't really do anything, can you? You've just got to wait and see what they've got to do. We just be there and give her a hug as and when she needs one.
Yeah, I think me and Corey just like decided that we're going to stay friends and just kind of deal with it in that respect rather than kind of have all the... There's no point arguing at the end of the day because what's happened's happened, and, you know, that baby still needs 2 parents, and it's better for us to get along.
See ya, Charlie.
For Charlotte and Lewis, things are looking up.
Bye-bye. Mwah.
Bye!
Give me a kiss then. Come.
He's managed to get his old job back at the butcher's.
I get paid £3 an hour now, which is good. Some goes towards Kenzie, And then the others goes towards my bike, because I want a motorbike for my birthday. So I'm saving up for that, really.
He hopes that being more mobile will help him get a better paid job.
I hope I don't scrape the blocks. That's one of the worst jobs.
Lewis! Yeah, you want to do your block?
Well, you worked here until you had the baby, about 6 months before, I think. Then when the baby came, he didn't want to do it. He wanted to look after the baby, which I thought quite surprising, really. Most people just want to be working and get away from all dirty nappies, but he seems to be like gets on with it. When he worked here before, he was a bit dopey and he had a lot on his mind, but now he's come out of his shell, really good lad.
It feels good to be a dad at 15 because you've got like a lot of responsibility sort of thing. I don't think it matters what age really, because it's still the same sort of thing. I don't think age really matters.
Although still children themselves, Charlotte and Lewis have managed to create a loving family for Kenzi, and they're already thinking about the future.
I want 3 kids. But I want like either 2 boys and a girl, or 2 girls and a boy.
I love my grandson to bits, but 1 grandson in the house is more than enough. And with another grandchild on the way. So thank you very much. When you're 20, what are boys like, Shana? Are they nice or horrid?
Annoying.
Good. Keep them away.
Shauna's going to have a chastity belt fitted when she's 11. And she won't be allowed out until she's 57.
No, on a serious note, I certainly do not want to be the mum of another teenage pregnant daughter. And I don't think you want to be the dad of one either.
No.
You see Leslie?
Get in there.
When are we going to see Leslie? Like with Lewis and Charlie, like Lewis is like absolutely amazing. Having them around and like when they've got like the perfect little family thing, it's hard, but for some it works out and for others it doesn't, and they were the lucky ones kind of thing.
Where you going?
I'm really lucky, so I mean he's been there all the way through. Yeah, I don't think people would have expected us to stay together, but we have, so it's all good.
We've got fish in, water